This is the review on solving a system of equations. Okay, so you need to pick one variable to get by all by itself. You can pick either x or y, but we're going to pick x because it has a 1 in front of it. Let's make it easier.
So how are you going to start?
Alright, you're going to subtract the 5y from both sides, so it's going to be 5. So x equals 2 minus 5y.
Yeah. So every time you see an x, you plug in a 2 minus fy.
5y. Okay, so
-2 in parentheses. Make sure you put the parentheses. It's important. Yeah.
what property is that?
distribution.
Good.
Distribution.
Who's the superhero?
-2.
Okay, so what do you get?
-4 plus 10
How did
5.
you know that that was a positive 10 line?
Same side positive.
Different side negative.
Got it.
8y.
Now there's 3 terms on the left side. How many families?
2.
2. So what can you do?
Combine like terms.
What do you get?
-4 plus
2y
2y
equals -6.
And then you can add 4 to both sides. Then you can get 2
So now you divide.
divided by 2.
There was a small oops.
There was an oops.
Oh, the negative?
-6 plus
-2.
4. What do you say to
Oh,
yourself?
negative because negatives went by 2.
The negatives went by 2. Good. So now you get y equals?
Y equals -1.
Very nice. So write that down. Are you done?
No.
No.
No. So now what do we do?
Then you gotta go back to the original
Equation.
equation.
One of the originals. Good.
And then
What do you
Either
think to
or.
yourself?
you have to switch. You have to.
What did you say to us?
Every time you see a Y,
You plug in a -1.
Switch colors.
Y.
Cause.
We get too confusing.
Oh,
Okay.
So you can get x plus no x plus
5y equals.
-1.
Oh, we gotta substitute for that.
Yeah, you substituted for
Okay,
that.
that's fine, but let's write the original equation.
That's what I said to
first.
do.
Okay, so you're gonna write right here. You're gonna write y or x plus
X
5y,
plus 5y
equals 2. And now, so now I can follow along. So now this equals 2.
You gotta substitute in for y.
And now solve for x. X
plus or x minus -5.
5 times -1 is -5. So x minus 5 equals 2. Now what?
Add the 2 or
Add the 5. Add the 5 on both sides.
Good. Add 5 to both sides.
X is equal to
7.
Now write your
Then-
coordinate.
What?
Write your coordinate as your answer. Every coordinate is made up of an.
X and a y.
Write your coordinate. 7. -1. Good. Now, once you have your answer,
Awkwardly
what
large.
can you do? You can.
Y.
You could
You
check.
can check.
You can check the
We're
answer.
not going to because I promise that's correct. Good job.
Too
Now we're
time
going
consuming.
to do systems of equations using an elimination. What's the other word for elimination?
Opposite.
Opposites.
Do you have an opposite?
No.
So
We gotta make
talk about
one.
How to make one.
We gotta make that. We're gonna do the y's. We're gonna change 2y, and we're gonna multiply it by -2. So it turns out as a -4y.
How do you identify the opposite? The numbers are the
Same.
Same.
and the signs are
Opposite. Different.
opposite or different. Good. Okay, so multiply the bottom one by the -2.
Okay, so these are going to be the same. So 2x plus
So the top equation is gonna be the same, and we're changing the bottom one.
So 3 times or -2 times
Do the thing.
3x.
Do that thing. -2.
And I need to multiply by -2 on both sides. So so -2 times 3x is -6x minus 4y equals
Negative 4y.
negative.
It was negative 4y. I said minus 4y.
Good. Now that's a really common mistake, right? People forget to multiply on the other side of the equal sign.
Mm-hmm.
So we gotta be careful. Good job. Now
Okay.
what?
So these cancel out, and then you have to subtract from these, so you get negative 3x equal to negative 20, and then you divide it by 3. I don't think this is right, Miss Lowe.
Negative 3.
Then x is equal to. That's not right, Miss Lowe.
You didn't do that.
What?
I'm doing anything over here.
What's 2x minus 3? Or
It's 2 minus.
minus 6x.
It's 4.
I divided, Miss Lowe.
Okay, so notice that she made a nuke, so all you have to do, instead of erasing the whole thing,
Let's erase that part.
you find your mistake, and you fix it, right?
Yeah.
So put
Right.
pen down, pick pen up. Alright, so what's 2x minus 6x?
Negative 4x.
Okay, so now you...
There you go. No. Yeah. That's wrong.
Oh, because they're the same, because they're both negatives.
So
Positive.
same sign positive, different sign negative.
So are the signs really important?
Yeah.
Very
Are there lots
important.
of rooms to make oopses?
Yeah.
Yes.
So what are we gonna be?
Pay attention.
Pay attention, be very
Focused.
very careful and focused. Okay, so now we only have x. Now we gotta find
The y.
Y.
y. So every time you see an
X, you plug in a 5. Do it.
I should use a different color, Miss Lowe.
It's okay. It's what you know. Okay, so you subtract 10 on both sides. I'm trying to know what you're doing. Come on.
Okay. So the negatives win by -8.
Negative 8. Okay.
Then x is equal to negative 2.
is that an x?
So Y, Lexilo.
Gotta read your own writing. So what's your final answer?
Y equals negative 2.
So write your coordinate. Every coordinate's made
I do
up
it.
in.
An x and a y.
5, comma,
I did the comma.
negative 2, then close the parentheses. Okay. Okay. So we gotta solve the following systems graphically. Go ahead.
How do you identify a linear
Because
equation?
every thing has an m and a b.
And I'm gonna
I'm gonna be
So n is equal to negative
negative 4.
1.
You don't have to write that.
Because slope should always be a
Fraction.
fraction because it's the change in the.
The
Y over the change of the x. B equals 1.
So where do you start?
positive 1.
Good. On which axis?
The y.
The y-axis.
I'm sorry.
Now,
there.
how do you know how to move though? It's very important.
Just
to
go
tell
Go
people.
down 4 and over 1.
You always run to the.
Right.
Right.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 1, 2, 4, 1.
Very good.
I need to go up.
How do you know how to go
Four.
the other way?
Up 4, left
4,
1.
left 1.
Now you draw your.
What do you have to remember to do once you draw your line?
Write the equation.
Next to it.
So, what?
Y equals. Right like that.
Right on the bottom.
Okay.
y equals negative.
Oh, it's crap. Went down, tunnel.
Alright, y equals negative 4x plus 1.
Arrow simple sentence your line.
That's messed up error.
Now, why is the second equation a little bit more challenging than the first?
Because
'Cause-
it's not the y is by itself.
Good. What's standard form of a linear equation?
Y equals mx plus b.
Good. Y is attacking the
Then
2.
positive 2.
2. Who can run away?
Then 8x.
8x.
How do I move an 8x?
Subtract it. Now you can't add it to 3 because they're not like terms.
So then 2y
Equals
to
3.
3 or negative
No.
8x. Negative 8x plus 3.
Okay, now the 2 and the y are connected by?
Multiplication, so you divide them. Oh my lord. You can't though. She's dividing it on both numbers.
Well, she told us when you divide all of them.
I know, Lex.
Good.
Whatever your name is. And that was
Y equals negative 8
no.
over 2. So, but you can reduce, right, Miss Lou?
Yeah.
So you can get negative 4 over 1. So you can just get negative 4.
Nice.
So negative 4x.
Couldn't she just divided negative 8 by 2?
Same thing, right?
Yeah.
It's
Same.
complicated. Okay,
And-
go. Don't argue with me.
We're just gonna, this was a little typo, so we're just gonna make this a 2. Which makes this a 2. 2 divided by 2 is?
1.
1. Okay, so now how are you gonna graph that?
So then you can get the m is equal to
M is negative 4 over 1.
b is equal to 1. Miss Lou?
Yep.
The same thing.
Good. So graph it up, see what you get. There's a special word for that.
Do a different color. Why is she yelling at me? Looks like a leprechaun. Just trace the line. Sorry, straight.
Okay. So girls, do you remember what it's called when you get the exact same line? It was that fancy math word.
Oh, it's coincidence. I knew that.
Okay, so that's the fancy word for what? When the two lines.
Like, are exactly the same.
So how many solutions are there on that line?
Lots and lots and lots and many.
Every coordinate belongs to. Does it belong to one line or both lines?
Both.
Both. Because
Both.
aren't they right on top of each other?
Yes.
So how many answers are there again?
Lots and lots and many
Infinite number, right?
of solutions.
Of solutions. There you go.